can't talk to them, at least we can watch.
So, does that mean there could be fourth or fifth dimensional people watching us right now?
It is possible.
Trippy.
But do you think they wouldn't, like, watch us all the time, right?
I do not know.
Could they see under a blanket or in the sleeve of a down coat?
Gordon, I don't know what you're driving at, but I'm going to go ahead and change the subject. I'll be gone by then.
In the sleeve of a down coat. Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today I want to watch the Orville Season 1 Episode 11 entitled New Dimensions. The last episode was really good with, what's her face? Drawing a blank on the name. But that was really cool, where she had to face all those different fears. It was a good one. Anyway, this one's called New Dimensions, which I like the sound of that because it makes me think there's going to be alternate dimension stuff, which generally tends to lead to something cool. Always a fan of other dimensions in sci-fi, so that'll be interesting. And by the way, the show is really good. I love the quality of it, and I feel like it's just getting better. And we're only 2 episodes away from the end of this season, so that'll be interesting to get into the next season. I know people have said, you know, it gets better and better, and I totally imagine that it does. So anyway, let's do it. Season 1, Episode 11, New Dimensions. Like, subscribe, comment, and if you like full reactions, the link to my Patreon's down below. Try not to hit the microphone, and let's do it. Jazzy.
We're going to miss you, Commander.
I'm gonna miss you guys.
Aw.
Believe me, I wouldn't be leaving if it wasn't such a sweet offer.
Yeah, I guess it's not every day you get to help design a space station. Are you nervous?
A little, but hey, as long as I can sneak a pop or two on the job. Nah, can you imagine?
He has no idea.
How the hell can he not know?
What are you guys talking about? We took a piece of Yaphet when he wasn't looking. We dropped it in the buffet.
Oh my God, no you didn't.
Yeah, we're just waiting to catch on.
You guys are so hilarious. I always think of super outrageous stuff and I never follow through. You guys should get to know me better because I'm really funny.
Who is that actor? He's so familiar sounding.
I don't feel well.
What's wrong?
I think I lost a piece, and I can't for the life of me figure out where I lost it.
Well, okay. Hop up on the table. Let's have a look. When your species loses a piece of tissue, is it conscious?
Kind of. I have a dim sense of a dark, wet place. I just can't get any more specific than that.
Bortus, what can I do for you?
I am experiencing digestive discomfort.
Oh, he ate him. Yeah, it was on the buffet. I mean, what a dumb thing to put him on.
Yaphet?
Yeah?
I think I found your piece inside Bortus's digestive tract.
What? What the hell, man? You friggin' ate me?
I did not eat you.
Well, what the hell am I doing inside you bastard?
Bortus, have you eaten anything in the past hour?
Only a slice of progress cake at the buffet.
Yaphet, did you go near the progress cake at all?
Oh, crap. Yeah? With John and Gordon, those dicks. Okay, how you want to do this?
Do what?
I gotta go in and get the piece.
What do you mean, go in?
Pick an entry.
I will not allow you inside me.
Go up his ass.
I'm sorry. He can do it cleaner than I can.
Do what you must.
Open your mouth.
Oh, no.
All right, come on. Where are you, fella? Ah, dude, it stinks down here. What the hell you been eating? What is that, is that a boot? Ah, there we go. Jackpot.
Great. Now, if you two wouldn't mind leaving, this is more weirdness than I can handle in one day.
No shit, right? Is that a boot?
At any point, did you consider the possibility that what you were doing was stupid?
No, I
that I
didn't
remember.
know.
Did it occur to you that Yaphet might be upset?
Yes. At the time, it did not seem a matter of consequence.
Honestly, we just thought it would be funny.
I hope you got a good laugh. Because if I can't talk him out of filing charges, you guys are going to be in trouble.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he might file charges?
Dismissed.
I got a formal reprimand for that shit. Alfred's not going to press charges on him, is he?
You gotta be kidding me.
What?
Come in.
It's about time for a backstory on him, anyway. Or an episode devoted to his character.
That aptitude rating is through the roof. Aside from Isaac, John is the smartest officer on board.
My God, he sure doesn't act like it. I heard about the yacht thing.
I have a suggestion for you.
Well, John's like a genius.
What about John?
For what?
Chief engineer.
That's a hard sell.
Why? Look at the numbers.
He's obviously brilliant, I'll give you that, but heading up a division is about more than just smarts. He's never shown any indication of leadership ability.
He's never had the chance. He could surprise us.
Kelly, he fed a guy to another guy. That's not something a market does.
Come on, you know those two. Odds are Gordon was the brain trust behind that stunt. Look, all I'm saying is that maybe somewhere he's got it in him.
Holy. They just went in another dimension.
What the hell just happened? I have no idea. Maybe we hit a squirrel or something.
There is no evidence of any Skiromorpha rodentia or other mid-sized rodent.
God damn
They appear
it.
to have skimmed the outer edge of a spatial anomaly.
Looks like we're stuck here for a few hours.
Isaac, get the engine realignment started and then run a full-range scan of the anomaly. Coordinate with Yaphet and engineering.
Perhaps Lieutenant Lamar could be of help.
I'm sorry, what?
Lieutenant, please assist Isaac with his analysis.
Hi, Commander.
Lamar.
Hello, Ty. Hello, Marcus.
Maybe he cheated on his test scores or something.
What are you doing?
I am preparing to run a scan on the section of the Orville that came into contact with the anomaly.
Can we help?
No, you are small and feeble.
Please, Isaac.
Very well, but do not interfere with our investigation.
The fuck? Don't let those little bastards come with you.
Grayson has assigned Lieutenant
They're on the job.
I'm sorry about what happened earlier. You know, we were just messing around. You know, it was a joke.
A joke. I spent an hour in Bordis's colon. You think that's...
The question is what those fucking kids doing there.
I promise it won't happen again. Did you find anything here?
Some crazy weird readings. I can't make sense of them.
Scans are detecting the presence of a quantum wake.
It doesn't look like anything's been disturbed.
What happened to the plants?
They're old.
We are currently analyzing the scans of the quantum wake.
They're in another
We're
dimension.
cross-referencing the bioscans of the plants with what we know about the anomaly.
Do we have a plant guy?
Clovis. He's the lizard-looking guy in the science section.
Is that his name? God, I can never remember that guy's name. I see him coming in the hall and he's always like, hey, good morning, Captain. And I'm always like, hey, there he is.
A quantum disturbance isn't like radiation. Shouldn't have any effect on living tissue, but I must admit, the dead plants are a mystery.
How long until we can be underway?
Engine realignment will be completed in 2 hours, 31 minutes.
Dead plants seem a little bit
Hey,
like a small,
I was
possibly unrelated concern.
given what's happened, I think we need to fill the post right away. So I'm promoting Yaphet.
I'm asking you to please consider John.
Yaphet is next in line on the roster. Besides, do you honestly think John would even want the job?
We have a mystery on our hands with this anomaly. Let me put John in charge of the analysis team.
You really feel that strongly about this?
Part of my job is to help assemble the best possible staff on board this ship.
All right, we'll give him a shot. Hell, your instincts are usually good, so who knows?
Hey, you wouldn't be sitting there if I...
Sorry, what?
Nothing. It was a joke.
Did you?
If her instincts were good or what?
To get
Well, she helped him get the job.
No, of course not.
Oh my God, you did.
Yeah.
All I said was that I thought you deserved a chance.
You went to Admiral Halsey and you asked him to give me command of the Orville.
I put in a good word. That's all I did.
To an admiral who just happened to be close to your father.
That had nothing to do with it. I had spent a year feeling like a horrible person for cheating on you. I wanted to help get you back on the right path. You would have gotten a command sooner or later anyway.
I'm sorry, didn't you just say that I wouldn't be sitting here if you hadn't gone to bat for me?
I didn't mean to put it that way. And besides, it isn't true.
I guess we'll never know, huh?
Oh, you. Yeah, well, that is a problem. I get it.
I don't want you to mince words. I don't want you to spare my feelings.
Where's the alternate dimension going to come into it?
Commander Grayson did make a case for your promotion to captain.
And it never occurred to anyone that that might be the kind of thing that I deserve to know.
Allocation of fleet personnel and how we arrive at those decisions is our business.
How the hell am I ever supposed to walk onto that bridge with confidence again?
You have validated our trust in you.
Hey, would anybody mind if I got a cat for the bridge? Like a bridge cat. It might warm the place up a little.
I think that'd be really great.
Yeah, bridge cat.
So such a creature improve bridge operations.
It's just companionship. You cuddle with it, stroke its fur. Humans bond with animals that way. Try it sometime. It'll help you understand us.
Is he going to get a cat?
Are we bonding?
Oh.
But generally, when someone's as smart as you are, they make productive use of it.
Well, with all due respect, Commander, that's my business.
Have you ever studied the history of money? People still want to be rich. Only now, rich means being the best at what you do.
Not everybody wants that. Some people want to go to work, go home, drink a beer, and pass out.
Are you one of those people?
I am very fond of drinking beer and passing out, yes.
I'm one of those people, too.
I'm putting you in command of the Science and Engineering Task Force to investigate the anomaly.
A small ship entering range, Captain. If it continues on its present course, it will encounter the anomaly.
Ugh, Horbalak, smugglers. Hate those guys.
What do you want?
Your course is about to take you directly into the path of a spatial anomaly we've discovered.
Mirage Kaluga!
Anybody speak Horbalak?
The direct translation is, you can shove it up your...
Okay, got it. Listen, what's your name?
Blavarach!
God, that generation has so many blah.
Blavarach. I promise you we're not out to confiscate whatever's in your cargo hold. We just want you to change course for your own safety and maybe find a napkin.
I don't take orders from Union goons!
Change course. Alara, get him back.
The Horbalak ship is approaching the anomaly.
No power signature from the Horbalak vessel.
Life signs?
None.
Bortus, you have the con.
Whoa. Something's up with this dimension, but it's not like a... As far as we know, it's not an alternate dimension where things are different. Like history is different or anything. Those aliens look amazing, though.
Oh my God.
They're really old, like the plant.
What have you got?
It looks like extreme.
So maybe time runs faster in the dimension. We only grazed it.
Found this in the cargo hold.
Krill plasma rifles.
About 20 crates.
Oh, boy.
You can bet whoever he stole them from is going to be looking for them.
We're sitting on a Krill lightning rod.
We have to get that engine back online fast.
Ed, we need to talk.
Let's talk about the fact that from now on, I am going to second guess every command decision I make ever. Because I will never know whether I am truly the person who deserves to be making those decisions.
I believed in you. And as I stand here today, so do the admirals.
Maybe they do now. But who knows whether I would ever have had the chance to prove that without a handout from my ex-wife.
Hi, Captain.
Hey,
This is
there
a
he
little
is.
much.
What are you doing here? I have a grievance.
Povolich or whatever.
I want to know why you guys put John in charge of the science team instead of me.
Commander Grayson and I both feel that Lieutenant Lamar deserves to be in the running for chief engineer.
You gotta be kidding me. What the hell has that son of a bitch ever done to deserve anything?
No final decisions have been made, and I'm aware that you're next in line for the job, but we have our reasons for considering him.
You guys can't handle the thought of a gelatinous person in charge of a department.
Yafet, that is not it.
This is so racist, man. You're so friggin' racist.
I am not. I have several gelatinous friends.
This is a bunch of crap, man. This is total crap. Permission to return to duty.
So racist against gelatinous people. Well, the dimension thing isn't panning out the way I wanted it to so far. Seems to be more of a drama.
I'm not a commander. I don't know anything about being in charge.
I worked as a camp counselor one summer, and when we wanted to break the ice with a new group of kids, we'd have this bowl of gumdrops, right? And each kid would take one, but they didn't get to eat it until they told the group something interesting about themselves.
And that broke the ice?
Every time. Everybody likes gumdrops.
Icebreakers, bullshit.
Okay, there you go.
When I was a teacher, the first time I taught,
Okay, everybody got one?
somebody made us do that.
Hey! Damn it, what did I just say?
Sorry.
I said don't eat it yet. Tell everybody something interesting about yourself.
I love refinishing antique furniture. The texture, the grain. It's like it has a life of its own. Also a big brunch guy. Banana walnut pancakes, mouthgasm.
This is stupid.
What's stupid?
This. They put you in charge of the team and you're dicking around like an amateur.
You know what? He's right. Give it back. Put it back. Go do something.
Make an observation. You see.
Should have just stuck with it at that point.
Then why did she place you in command?
She says it's because I'm smart.
I would be happy to inform her that you are not.
Look at this.
The quantum phasing signature of the anomaly does not conform to the universal constant.
It's not a pothole. It's a doorway.
So he is smart, Isaac. See, he saw that before you.
We believe the anomaly is an aperture leading to a pocket of two-dimensional space.
Beg pardon?
We all exist in 3 dimensions, right? Length, width, height. But this area of space only exists in the first 2.
What happened to the Horblak vessel?
When the vessel crossed through the anomaly, it momentarily phased from 3 dimensions into 2.
No wonder that man died.
Is there any way we can get a look inside the doorway? Maybe send a probe?
Captain to the bridge. 3 krill ships approaching.
Looks like our time just ran out.
I forgot they put the krill threat in there.
Oh crap, we're in trouble.
Guys, I have a way the hell out there idea.
What is it?
We might be able to create a quantum bubble around the Orville. The quantum bubble could protect us from 2-dimensional space. We go inside, we hang out, and wait until the krill are gone.
Isaac?
It is theoretically possible.
All right, go.
All right, go.
Field stability is now at 68.
I gotta go on this theoretically possible.
We couple the quantum phase inducers to the deflector grid. It might beef up the strength of the bubble.
How the hell is that supposed to hold?
If we match the deflector amplitude to the quantum wave function, it should compensate for any field instability.
I like when you talk dirty. Initiating quantum bubble.
Ready on your order, Captain.
Ah, cool. They could all die.
No sign of the krill ships, Captain.
Are they gonna show what it's like?
My God.
This better be a good payoff. Wow, that's pretty cool. Were they on a big computer grid?
It's beautiful.
What are all those energy pulses?
We may be looking at a 2-dimensional civilization.
2-dimensional life forms? How is that possible?
Is there any way we can communicate with them?
Negative. Our modes of existence are incompatible.
Well, we can't talk to them. At least we can watch.
So, does that mean there could be 4th or 5th dimensional people watching us right now?
It is possible.
Trippy.
But I mean, they wouldn't, like, watch us all the time, right?
I do not know.
Could they see under a blanket or in the sleeve of a down coat?
Gordon, I don't know what you're driving at, but I'm gonna go ahead and change the subject. Isaac, what's our status?
The anomaly is stable. We can return to normal space on your order.
All right, we'll give it a few hours. We'll be gone by then.
In the sleeve of a down coat. That's trippy.
Did you ever read Flatland?
No.
It was a story written in the 1880s about a 2-dimensional society of shapes. The more sides they had, the higher the social status. It was a metaphor for inequality.
I want you and I to be okay. But you are being a prideful ass.
Because I want to feel like I got where I am alone?
We all have people who help us along the way, but it doesn't take a damn thing away from you.
This is already the worst apology ever.
I'm not sorry that I recommended you to Halsey, because I get to work for a captain that I respect. And I get to see you every day.
I know what you did came from a good place. I just have to work this out on my own.
It appears the power flow to...
Uh-oh.
Mercer to bridge, report.
Oh, shit.
Deteriorating.
I almost got flatlanded.
Gordon, return us to normal space.
I can't do that, sir.
Why not?
The anomaly just closed up.
Oh, what the fuck?
The disruption we experienced was due to inverse polarization of the quantum bubble. 2-dimensional space is pulling us toward it.
That's why we got the nosebleeds.
That was very unpleasant.
We have about 21 minutes until the bubble collapses and we all get turned into pancakes.
Oh, you guys talking about pancakes?
No, it's... The engines were exposed to 2-dimensional space. They're dead.
Scanners have detected a quantum fluctuation 4,000 kilometers away. There could be another aperture back to normal space.
The engines are dead. How do we get there?
The ship's engines are dead, but the shuttles are still working. We could use the shuttle to tow the Orville out with the beefed-up tractor beam. I think we could create a stable quantum bubble inside the shuttle and preserve 3-dimensional space.
So the outside would be squashed, but the inside wouldn't.
More space inside than out, like Doctor Who's phone booth.
The miracles of quantum physics.
Would this pose any danger to the 2-dimensional life forms?
That they will likely be unaware of our presence.
Who pilots the shuttle?
I would need to be there to keep the field intensity stable, and I'd need somebody to drive.
I volunteer.
No, I'll go.
If that field collapses...
Kelly, I need to do this.
So, whatever. Maybe they're going to see more about the two-dimensional world when they're from this perspective. That's super interesting. Hopefully.
I just wanted to see if you guys needed any help.
Can you check the power relays?
Oh, will do.
You try not to screw that up, too.
Yeah, no kidding.
What'd you guys just say?
Come on, man. It was Yafet's half-cocked idea that got us into this.
He had an idea and I thought it was a good one. I made the decision to go with it. So if you want to blame somebody, you blame me. It's my fault. And now maybe people will believe me when I say I am not a commander.
This is weird. That was a weird turn of events.
Breach to shuttle bay. All systems secure for departure.
Why would anyone talk?
See you on the other side.
Initiating quantum bubble. It's gonna be a little jarring when we pass through the quantum field and make the transition to two-dimensional space. You might get nauseous.
Don't worry, I'll be fine. You okay? You all right?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Spatial conduit initialized.
Activating tractor beam.
So they don't see anything different.
Field stable. Everything seems a-okay.
The two-dimensional thing should be able to see their ship, though, right?
Excuse my bluntness, but why do you hide your brains?
The colony where I'm from was brand new. A lot of farmers, a lot of builders. They didn't trust anyone who was too much of an egghead. I wanted to be liked, accepted. Just became habit, I guess.
I want you to be my new chief engineer.
Are you really sure about that?
Kelly was right about you. She was right about a lot of
What?
things.
The quantum field is destabilizing.
How far away from the aperture?
3,000 kilometers.
That's close. In space terms.
Field's collapsing. I'm gonna take us to quantum speed.
About halfway across the country.
If I don't, we're not gonna make it.
I'm not gonna be able to keep the field stable.
You're a smart guy, I trust you. Here we go.
We made it. Lieutenant, what's our position?
They did it.
Mark 914.
Of course.
Bridge to shuttle, do you read?
Shuttle to bridge. We're okay. How's the ship?
All in one piece.
You may want to get a cleaning crew in here when we get back to the bay.
Clean up your own puke, John.
I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. This command means everything to me. I try to act like it's just a job, but it's not.
I know that. You forget. Nobody knows you better than me. That's why I did what I did.
I behaved like a whiny little bitch. The fact is, I should have just said thank you. You helped put me where I belong.
Yeah, no fucking shit.
My fitness to be captain again. I'll remind myself who's got my back.
It's not the feather, Dumbo. It's you.
Okay, everybody listen up. There's a new boss in town, and his name is Lieutenant Commander.
Okay.
If we can increase engine efficiency to 97% by the end of the work week, we can all take off early and get wasted.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, don't just stand there, snap to it.
Good motivation. All right, he's gonna be chief engineer. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I got thoughts. So that, I really do not think that was the best episode ever. And here's why. Here's what I didn't like about it, first of all, because I did like some stuff about it. Listening to Kelly and fucking what's his name, Seth, have this thing that wasn't really grabbing me, you know, this ongoing heart-to-heart / borderline argument / can't believe you did that for me. Now I'm never going to have faith in myself again. Like, first of all, I don't really buy I don't trust, after all this shit we've been through, I don't really buy the whole I don't trust myself to be worthy of being captain again. I mean, he didn't have those kind of doubts. Well, it's all hinging on what? He got a little bit of an assist from her to get them to hire him in the first place, which he was trying to get. He wanted the job. It wasn't like he wasn't sure if he was capable. That wasn't the issue. The issue was he just needed them to give him a ship. He was dying to get a ship. I don't know. Whatever. I don't even need to go into it. It just seems a little like a contrived problem. And it didn't really... they're good... Him and her are good in terms of their acting, in terms of having these conversations that are like borderline contentious, you know, as if they're an ex-couple. Really, like, they really do kind of have those roles down really well. And so they use it a lot, you know, and this time it just seemed like one too many times this season, you know. We really didn't need that again. You know, it's been done enough, and it's been done just exactly enough until this episode. Now it just feels like, come on, guys, who gives it? I mean, I get it, but it feels like a contrived problem a little bit. I mean, he could have just found out that she, like he said at the end, I should have just said thanks, and yeah, you should have, you know. I mean, I love trying to buy into the universe's situation, you know, and I guess, you know, okay, well, then that's just his character or whatever, but I don't know, it just seemed a little bit like we got to have an emotional problem. And then, on top of it, the other thing first of all, I anticipated too much with the Dimensions title, you know. I anticipated like an alternate dimension where... you know, whatever. Yaphet was a human, or, you know, some kind of crazy alternate, you know, universe shit. It's not at all what we got. So that's my bad for guessing that. But, and then also, you know, so they, you know, Flatland, like, he puts in, have you ever read the book Flatland, Flatlanders or Flatland? Which I know about. I've never actually read it, but I know about it, being a physics guy with a physics degree, you know. That, of course, I've heard of that. And I like dimensional stuff, but it's almost like you just get the feeling that some writer heard about that book, was like, well, let's make a two-dimensional universe, which was, you know, not a bad idea. But then we don't see it really, you know. Now what I did kind of like about it was that a little bit, that idea was kind of cool, could have been executed in a cooler way. It was a little bit there, the moment where they all see it and you see it for the first time, there's like a moment of like, wow, that's cool looking, and that's it. That was the highlight of the episode, kind of. The other thing was there's a lot of jargon, like, and, you know, well, if we go work on some blah blah relays, you know, or whatever, you know, which I love jargon, but it just seemed like there was too much of it in this episode. Like, they threw a lot of the jargon. I mean, the jargon needs to be, like, peppered in very deliberately and not that much, you know. Just enough so that you kind of have a believability of like, oh yeah, they're doing some serious shit here. They did a lot of it, even with their idea of like, well, we'll be three-dimensional inside the ship, but the ship will be two-dimensional in the shuttle, you know, or whatever. And she's like, oh, you gotta love quantum physics, or whatever she fucking said. You know, it's a little bit... I mean, there was nothing really that quantum physicsy about it, as far as I can tell, having taken graduate quantum 1 and 2, you know, I don't really see a lot of, you know, so whatever. I mean, they don't need to be accurate with that stuff, but I don't know, it just seemed like they started tossing around jargon, so they threw a lot of jargon around, and then there was these stakes in the episode that really weren't stakes at all, because you knew no one was going to die. You knew they totally were going to get out of it. I mean, you just somehow, it was turned out to be true, but I never felt like this was going to be a problem, you know, ever. And then it was, you know, again, 30 minutes into it or halfway through it is when I realized this isn't going to get any more interesting than this, you know. They're going to keep berating this B story of his sense of confidence being based on whether he got help from her, whether she gave a word to an admiral and get him a job. And, I guess the other story being, Lamar's, and then the other thing, Lamar's like, I kind of like that, I kind of like the idea of like, I don't want to be in charge. But they didn't really do enough with it and all that. I do think it was kind of funny, the icebreaker idea, because I was started to kind of mention it, but yeah, the first time I taught, I was an undergraduate, and I kind of took this job to be a sort of a instructor for a class of kids that were taking, physics, for the MCAT, to learn the MCAT. So I had to kind of, so it was like a supplemental free thing for pre-med students, like, undergrads. And I was an undergrad, and they gave me the job. And I didn't want it because I hadn't taught before. I ended up teaching a lot more in graduate school and stuff, but like I had never taught before, and I was like really kind of like, I'm scared to get up there and talk. And then we had like a coordinator who was insisted that we do these icebreakers, which I never did again, but I did do it the first time. I like where you make someone stand up and say, when you call their name on the roll, you make them say something. I hated doing it, but they made us do it. They told us we kind of had to do it. And it was a nightmare. And I couldn't stand it. And so that kind of cracked me up about that part where he was telling us something interesting about yourself, and you can eat the gumball. And he's like, all right, fuck this. I wish I had said fuck this before I even started that. But anyway, that was kind of funny to me for that reason. But it was funny, and there was funny lines and all that kind of stuff, and there were some good parts in it, but it was, generally speaking, it was a weak episode, I would say, which is kind of disappointing. But I think one of my patrons might have even mentioned next one's not that great. So I did kind of have that in the back of my mind going into it. So I wasn't too surprised, but I was sort of hoping. The title really got me excited, the dimension reference, but didn't turn out to be quite what I thought it was. Anyway, we are going to get to now we're going to go into the final episode of the season, and then on to season 2. And by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I think it's been confirmed that there's a 4th season. Is that what was? I think there's only been 3 seasons. So I think it's been confirmed that there's a 4th season. And coming out at some point. They're working on it. So we got that to look forward. Maybe I'll be caught up to it before it comes out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and if you like full reactions, the link to my Patreon is down below, and we'll see you next time. All right, bye.